Hello everyone, welcome to ChessVisor, your wise choice to improve your chess. In today's video, I'm going to show you some of the best tricks and traps in the fried liver attack, in which you can easily checkmate your opponent in just 8 moves. And not only that, we have some other tricks and traps also, so don't skip the video or watch the video till the end. If you are new here, please check the channel's previous videos and playlist, and if you like them, kindly consider subscribing to the channel and press the bell icon to get notified for the future videos. So without any further delay, let's get started. So white starts the game with a pawn to e4, black plays pawn to e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop to c4 by white. He is going for the Italian opening, and here black has a few responses like bishop to c5, the Gioco piano, and knight f6, the two knights defense. To execute our the specific fried liver attack, black must play the two knights defense variation of the Italian opening. So after knight f6, here we can play knight to g5. It's called the knight's attack. We are attacking the f7 with the two pieces. If allowed, we will fork the queen and the rook. So black needs to defend f7, or he should block the bishop's diagonal. And I think defending the f7 is not possible, so he will play pawn to d5 to block the bishop's diagonal. In fact, that's the main move here. And here we can simply take that pawn, and now white is a pawn up. Here black should ignore that and play this knight a5, which is the main move, and it is called a Polorius defense because it attacks the bishop. And after this white can give this check, and black will play pawn to c6, and here we can capture the pawn one more time. And once black recaptures the pawn, we can play bishop to d3, or bishop to e2, or even the home square f1, or even the tricky queen f3. So white will have the extra pawn. On the other hand, black will have the better activity for his pieces. So this will happen when black responds with the right moves. But now we are going to check all the tricks and traps. So going back here, after capturing the pawn, if black recaptures the pawn with his knight, then we can execute the traps easily. So from here we can simply sacrifice our knight on f7, forking the queen and the rook and forcing the king to capture the piece. So after that we can give this queen check on f3, and not only that, we are also attacking the pinned knight for the second time. Here black king has many responses like king to g8, king to g6, or even going back to the home square, or king e7 and king e6. And out of all these moves, only one move for black will be critical, that is when he plays the king to e6 square, which saves the king from the check, and also it defends the piece. But it did not unpin the king, so we can easily attack from here. So before we check the main move, let's check the other moves also. So if king goes to g8, then it's made in three moves. We can simply sacrifice our queen like this, and after queen takes queen, bishop takes d5 check, bishop e6 blocking the check, and in the end we can deliver this killer bishop checkmate on e6. So going back, if king goes to g6 or e8 or e7, we can simply recapture our piece, and we are better for many reasons. Like if you look at this position carefully, black king lost the castling rights. We have two active pieces in the game. We are going to castle in the next move, and we have a clear pawn up in the position. So we should win this game going forward. And before we continue the video, if you are new here, please check the channel's previous videos and playlist. And if you like them, kindly consider subscribing to the channel and press the bell icon to get notified for the future videos. So going back, if king plays the critical move, that is king e6, then we can attack the pinned knight one more time with a knight c3. Here, black should be very careful, and he should defend precisely, or the game will end very quickly for him. So let's check some of the black responses. Here black needs to play knight b4 or knight e7 to support his brother. So let's see the first one. If he plays knight b4, then we can simply attack the knight with a3. And here we are tempting or forcing him to take on c2 with a check. So after he lands on c2, we can go king d1. If knight takes the rook, then we can set up this discovery after capturing the knight. So after king to d6, we can play pawn to d4. We are trying to open the center for the attack. If he takes the pawn, then we can simply play bishop f4 check, and here white is clearly winning. So instead of capturing, if he defends with the bishop e6, then we can play rook e1, and again this black king is not going to survive longer. So going back, instead of knight to b4, he could try the other option, that is knight to e7, supporting the knight from a different square, and he will be able to play the pawn to c6 idea to support the knight, which is trapped in the center. In all these variations, so white is having few simple goals, like he wants to open the center, and he wants to attack the uncastled centralized king, and also he wants to involve all the pieces into the attack. So in all of these variation, if whenever it is possible, you should play pawn to d4 to open the center. So here we must play pawn to d4. For this, black has two responses. The first one is to accept the pawn or capture the pawn. Then we can play knight takes d5, knight takes d5. After queen e4 check, we can win the piece back, but with much better position for white. So going back, if he defends with the c6, we can play d takes e5. If king tries to escape from the middle of the board, then we can play bishop to g5, pinning the other knight. And again here white is clearly better, and he is detecting the play. And so if he tries to activate his queen like this, then we can play bishop e3 and preparing to castle in the next move. So after queen f7, we can give queen h3 check. After queen blocking the check, we can play g4, forcing the queen to take on e5. So after f4, harassing the queen, so queen has to go back to the c7. So queen to c7, and then we can do queenside castling. And if you look at this position and evaluate, white is clearly winning the game. So all these variations clearly says one thing, that whoever plays the fried liver attack from black's perspective, they must play all the precise moves to save the king, or else he will definitely going to lose the game straight out of the opening. On the other hand, if you look at white's perspective, white can easily attack the black with some natural or principled moves. And if you are looking for a counter attack for this fried liver attack from the black's perspective, then you should check our Traxler counter attack video part 1 from our channel. If you enjoy these chess tricks and traps, please give it a thumbs up. Your suggestions, ideas and thoughts are always welcome. You can post them in the comment section below. And still, if you have not subscribed to the channel, then hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon to get notified for the future videos. As I said, the Traxler counter attack part 1 video and the entire chess tricks playlist both pops up on the screen right now. As usual, this is Chess Visor, your wise choice to improve your chess.